So you see this bulleting, destination 1, destination 2. Destination 2 is a result of destination 1. You get that from Matthew 9:1 and the other doublings that we've seen so far? Okay, so now we're going on, Matthew 9:6. I'm sorry this is so fast. You're just probably going to have to play this again and think it over. Talk to God for sure. Matthew 9:13, not relevant. Some other text must have had ice in it. I've got several of the texts here. The one I'm looking at is NA27. But I've got the main texts of different kinds that are in here, and so when it finds, like in Matthew 9:13, one of them has ice. I don't want to mess up the screen. One of them has ice in it, and that's why it's selecting the verse for this text. Okay, Matthew 9:17. Not relevant. Well, wait a minute. That one has two of them. Let's look at you. Okay, again, see, nor do people put. All right, that's the wineskin. All right, my cursor's on the word for wineskin after the first ice. Okay, and then, of course, it's here again, also in the accusative plural. All right, so you see how he's pairing. This is when you use doubled ice. When you're pairing, you're comparing, you're contrasting, you're showing. The second thing is the result of the first. That's what I want you to get from this usage that you see in ice in other contexts. It's the way the speech is used. It's the way the word is used. You always check to see how a word is used in the Bible. You can't be sure of an interpretation otherwise. Believe me, if you really had to say aloud that you believe in Christ to be saved, I'd say that. Okay, but the text isn't saying that. So what is the text saying? That's what we're going through now. You have to know what the words are. That's what we're going through. Matthew 9:18, it's only used once, irrelevant. Matthew 9:23, irrelevant. Matthew 9:26, irrelevant. 9:28, I'm sorry, this is such a slog. 9:38, irrelevant. 10:5, irrelevant. Let me get rid of the lexicon so you can see the translation. Okay, 10:9, nope. 10:10, nope. 10:11, not relevant. 10:12, not relevant. 10:17. 10:18. 10:21. 22. 23. 27. Sorry you're going through this with me, but I want to show you that we look at all the verses. If I just show you the ones that are relevant, then you can think to yourself, well, brain out just was being selective. No, I'm going through the whole thing. Now look at this. All right, let's get the lexicon up here. All right. Onoma means name or person or reputation, and they're never really divorced from each other. Okay, into the name. He receives a prophet in the name of the prophet itself, just the prophet. All right, in the name of the prophet. Now notice how onoma here is being paired with onoma in the second clause. You see that? So you're receiving somebody in his own name. All right? And anybody receiving somebody in the name of a righteous man. All right, I'm not going to get into what the teaching is about in this passage. I just want you to see that he's doing a paralleling. Ice is used twice, and there's a paralleling. That's what Romans 10:9 and 10 is. It's a parallel clause. Okay, first one going in, Romans 10:9. Second one coming out, Romans 10:10. And this is when you double the ices, you're making like two bullets in a parallel. I'm just showing you that kind of construction is very common in the Greek. All right, because you have to be able to identify what it is. Okay, Matthew 10:42. Let me get rid of the lexicon. All right, that's not relevant. 11:7 not relevant. 12:4 not relevant. 12:9 not relevant. 12:11 not relevant. 12:18 not relevant. 12:20. Sorry that this is such a slog. I need a bell or something so you can go to sleep while you're not, 12:41 not relevant. And it looks like I'm going to have to stop recording soon because the Screen is getting sluggish. 12 to 44, 13:2, 13:22. Okay, now we have another double use in 13:30. All right. Call up the lexicon. This is the famous tares parable, letting the false and the true grow up together. Okay, desme rather. Okay, that's a sheaf, all right, that you're going to throw into the barn. So you see how he's paralleling, all right? You're gonna let them grow, bind them, and then you're gonna gather the wheat, the good ones, into my barn. So there's the one thing, and here's the other thing being done in parallel. Again, ice is used as parallelism. It's not the only preposition used that way, but I just want you to see that it is used that way, because otherwise Romans 10:9 and 10 is going to remain misunderstood. Okay, so that was Matthew 13:30. That is relevant. All right, so let's... my mouse is starting to go. All right, 13:33, not relevant. 13:36, not relevant. 42, not relevant. 47, not relevant. 48, not relevant. 50, not relevant. 52, we're just getting through the book of Matthew. Okay, 54, 413, 415. Let me get rid of the lexicon so you can see the translation so you won't be totally bored. Matthew 4:19, not relevant. Matthew 14:19 rather. 14:22. 14:22 has two of them. Let's have a look at that one. Matthew 14:22 is relevant. So, yeah, see, those are the other texts. Byzantine, Scribner, Stephanos, Tischendorf, Westcott Hort. But this one up here at the top is NA27 mostly. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, let's get the lexicon up here. All right. Pull it down a little so you can see the translation. Okay. All right. Eistopleon. All right. Oh, you can't see the whole lexicon. Wait a minute. Eistopleon. Sorry about my mispronunciation. Ploion is showing in the lexicon in the lower window. And there's paron again. Okay? So you had to first get in the boat before you could go to the shore.